This is my special guest today. Typically we would have some music for about 30 seconds. That's correct. And then, her face would flash two or three times on the screen, and then boom, it would be us coming on here live. But I don't know what in the world has happened. I really don't. And then what's so bad is I'm trying to figure out how to get how to get this off the screen. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. All right, so hello everybody. Hello. Y'all know that this is typically not how Shredder T Tuesdays roll, but Restream, yes, I'm calling you out. Restream decided to make some changes, and all of my little intro music video and all that stuff, it's not here anymore. It's not here. So, but we're not going to talk about it. We're going to let that go. We're just going to keep moving. So I'm sorry that you don't have the nice little introduction music to cue you in, but I do want to introduce my special guest that we have today. Now, Miss Brooks, I don't want to mess up your first name. How do you pronounce your first name?
Raya.
Raya. Okay. Okay, Raya. All right. So Miss
Mhm.
Raya Brooks with Love on a Plate. Welcome in. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I was doing okay until they took my stuff away, but you know how that is. It's been one of those days that I almost feel like I'm repeating Monday, but I'm not trying to repeat Monday. We're trying to move on into the
Yeah.
hump day of the week. Yeah. So are you enjoying this weather that we're
Uh, yeah, it's great. It was pretty great today. Not yesterday.
not yesterday? Was that too? Do you like cold weather?
No, no, man.
Okay. Okay, good. I don't. I was gonna say, let me make sure that I don't say nothing bad because I'm a spring baby, so I love all the heat and everything else that comes with it. But yeah, it was really cold yesterday, and to be honest, I thought today was going to be cold, and I realized that it wasn't. So I think we're all kind of confused on this weather, this fall weather that we're supposed to be having. It's really not fall; it's more of spring, but it's coming. So, anyways, so Rhea, tell me about you and Love on a Plate. We want to know all the scoop about what you are doing and what is going on with your business. So, wherever you want to start.
Well,
Oh,
play is a meal prep and catering. I cook of Yukon in a commercial kitchen. Um, it's my love language for me. So right now, my focus is going to be meal prep and catering events. So yeah, my meal prep is kind of calorie counted meal prep. We're going to transition to gluten free be before the beginning of the new year. So everything is going to be a whole gluten free menu, calorie counted with your macros all included, so you know exactly what you're putting into your body. Because everybody's going to start to be on that New Year's resolution game as we always do every year.
right, right. Okay. So you say you're based out of Yukon, and how long have you been open, or your business has been open?
I am going on 6 years in December.
Oh, well, shoot, that's in a few weeks. Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So what made you start Love on a Plate?
I started Love on a Plate officially in 2019. I used to cook for people all the time, and I don't know, I just decided that one day I wanted to sell it and see if it would work. Those first plates were ugly.
Not
They were
not
definitely
they were
ugly
ugly.
compared to what I do now.
Okay. Well, they always say presentation matters, right? But
Mhm.
uh but of course you've probably been cooking what all your life. Have you been taught by your ancestors, grandma or someone that showed you how to cook, or where'd your skills come from?
Mostly my mom. I grew up with my mom, so just seeing her in the kitchen, and I learned some things from her. But a lot of it has been self-taught. I'm not a professionally trained chef or anything like that. It's just learning, and I stop seasoning when the ancestors tap on my shoulder and say that's enough.
That's enough. See, and thank you. And now some people feel like that doesn't really exist. I don't. Can you enlighten the people what we mean by that phrase, please?
I mean, you can kind of just look at it and see that there's enough seasoning. Like, almost like if you can still see the meat under the seasoning before you mix it up, it's not enough. So
You're
I don't
right.
really know how to explain it. It's, you just got to be there.
That's true. That's true. And I think I've always been told that you're cooking with love. Like you're not just throwing it together. Like you really paying attention to what you're doing. And you're just, I don't know, putting your best efforts into it. That's kind of how I was taught. So we don't really measure because my my mom and grandma always said, girl, you don't measure, just you just know. If you when you know, just go from there. So that's
Hmm.
cool. So you've been doing this for over 6 years. At first you were just cooking for everybody else, and then you decided to turn this into a business, or what made you say, let's turn it into an official business here?
Well, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I found that cooking was something that I love doing. So
Okay.
I decided to try it and see if it would work out for me, see if it was a business that would work out. And I didn't think it would turn into what it is now, um, but I'm happy for that it is what it is, and I'm blessed that it is what it is.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. So when you first started off, were you only focused on certain type of meals, or were you just cooking whatever was your favorite at the time, or how was that, or only custom orders, or how was that working?
When I first started, it was just things that I knew or kind of people would like to eat for lunch. Simple things like I started doing like baked potatoes and uh like wings, and that was most of the things I was doing, baked potatoes and wings. And I started with some desserts, peach cobbers and banana pudding, which are still on my menu now that I do pretty often.
Okay, okay. So now you've kind of evolved in the last 6 years, and you're focusing more on meal prepping, and you're saying you're changing it to more of gluten-free options.
Right.
Ha- has that been a challenge with making that adjustment with gluten-free?
No, honestly, it was a natural transition just based on the meals and the menu that I have. So once I
Okay.
started learning and looking into a little bit more of gluten free, I found that my menu was basically gluten free. And then doing some networking, I met a lady who is a self care coach, and found out recently that the gluten free diet is beneficial to the perimenopause and menopause community. So
Absolutely.
there's a whole market of people, women in particular, that could benefit from my meals, and I didn't even know that until now.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Well, that's cool. Kudos to that lady that the coach that you mentioned earlier that shared that information to you. So that is it is a vital point. I'll put it like that. I know I'm not considered old enough to be in menopause or premenopause, but since the whole cancer journey, I don't have my, the good stuff anymore. So I'm pushed into that area. So when you when you're pushed into it and you're in your 40s, it's like, what is this? What is why am
Hmm.
I sweating? And there's no like there shouldn't be a problem. And what's so weird is I can go outside in 40-degree weather and I'm like, oh, it feels amazing out here, and it's freezing to everybody else. So
Hmm.
yeah, that premenopause population, that is a really crucial point. And there's been a lot of who was that lady that was on the news? I can't even remember. but there's been a lot of segments on premenopause and women trying to figure out how to find a balance with that. So
Mhm.
I think that's good that you're tapping into that population, and that will definitely help. I will say, my first time having a I guess you call it gluten free. It was a gluten free pizza, but it was made out of cauliflower.
Mhm.
And I don't know if have you ever had a cauliflower pizza before? Well,
No.
the crust is made out of cauliflower, I
Yeah.
should say. Um, but it is so good. It when I tell you, you do not feel like you know how you eat a couple piece of pizza and you're like, oh my god, I feel like I'm expanding. You don't
Yeah.
feel that way with that, and so I will say that looking at and experiencing some other options really does help in the long run. So what are some of your options on your menu?
I offer a lot of chicken in various forms.
Okay, you can never
uh,
go wrong.
yeah, and one thing that I'm starting to add in is different rice. I do a savory sweet potato opposed to our traditional sweet with a lot of sugar and cinnamon. That one is becoming extremely popular, so you can still get that in. So what I'm trying to do is figure out a good balance of carbs in the meals, so we're not overloading on the carb count.
Mm-hmm. Now you mentioned earlier that you're counting the micros, and what was the other one you said? Calories?
But the macros are going to be your protein, your carbs, your fat, and oh my goodness, protein, carbs, fat, and calories.
Okay. Okay. So when I order a meal from you, I already know how much is in this meal that I have for this particular setting, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. And
So
it's
if
usually
you're
it's
on a
serving size. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You know what I'm saying? So if you're on a calorie counted diet, or even if you're not on a diet, you're just wanting to watch what you eat and you don't want to go over, the suggested 2,000 calorie diet a day. Most of my meals are less than 600 calories. So if you were
Mm.
eating one of those for lunch, you can kind of spend your calories in the morning for breakfast, opposed to spending them later in the day. Because if you use them in earlier in the day, you have more time to work them off.
I like that. Under 600 calories. That's good. Because sometimes we just put it on there and I'll worry about it later. But that
Right.
that is
Yeah.
that is that is cool. I love that you have that component on there. So how were you able to get that um I guess figured out if you're doing different type of orders? Like, so do I just get to, like, if I say I want you to make me XYZ, do you just come figure out the numbers for me, or how does that work?
I have a menu. I post a menu. Right now, I'm kind of doing two different things where I have a menu online on my website. It's not calorie counted. So they're just meals, but they're on my calorie counted meal prep. They just don't have the macro numbers on the website yet. But
Okay.
then I have also been posting my menu where people can order directly through text message, phone call, email, that way. So kind of going two ways, but sometime, hopefully before the month of November is over, all of my ordering will transition to the website, and they'll have the updated menu along with the macro, so you can see everything in one place.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so mainly right now you can look at your website, decide what you want to order. And I'm guessing you mentioned lunch, but do you do breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And you mentioned desserts and all those different things. So is it just whatever that you want to order based on what's on the menu?
Right, on my website, it's only meal preps. I don't have
Okay.
desserts on there. Those are considered catering for me. So I don't want to put that on the menu where people can order that every day with their meal prep. So it's kind of two separate lanes.
Right. Okay.
So, but somebody, they could order a banana pudding every day, just not on the website.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, how does that work in regards to getting do we meet you in Yukon, or do you have the what's that DoorDash and Grubhub deal that everybody's using nowadays?
You can pick up in Yukon every Sunday. It's a meal prep every Sunday. And back to your question before I forget, I have lunch, so I call it lunch, but you can do either for lunch or dinner. And right now, there are a few breakfast options on the website too. Those are going to be updated with some calorie counts as well.
Okay. Okay. I like
And
this one.
yeah, you can pick up or offer delivery. So pick up is every Sunday from 6 to 7 at Grace Church in Yukon, um, or I deliver between 6 and 8.
Okay. Even delivery options. So you will come outside of Yukon, like
Yes, I deliver
okay.
everywhere in the OKC metro. Edmond,
Ah,
Norman, Moore, wherever.
she said wherever that you wherever you need me to go, right?
Mhm.
So with the meal prep, do you offer it for like 3 days or for a week, or like are they like can somebody order meal preps for like a 2 week span? Are they able to put them in the freezer? That type of thing. I know that's a loaded question, but
Yeah, most people order a week at a time, so 5 meals. You can order 10 if you like, if you wanted to do lunch and dinner, but they need to be consumed or frozen within the week. But you can reheat and eat, obviously, or unthaw, reheat, and eat.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you can be holding on to the meals. You need to go ahead and order what you need and eat it within that week time. That's some true discipline right there. I like that. So how um now you said catering and meal prep are two different things. So
Right.
you offer catering as well?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know Thanksgiving is coming up. Are you doing a Thanksgiving special for your customers or anyone?
And my plan is to, because I've been kind of dragging my feet and with so much other things going on, I haven't posted it, but my plan is to post my Thanksgiving offerings tomorrow, where people can order sides, and I'll offer a couple varieties of chicken. I'm not doing full turkeys or ham. Um, I just don't want to do a whole bunch of big turkeys. I don't have the
Mhm.
space most of the time in that way, even though I'm in the commercial kitchen. I just want to be able to offer sides and desserts will be available.
Well, that makes sense. Okay, like they can at least do the meat. I get it. Like I don't feel like doing it. I can take care of your sides for you. So, are we able to get a like a sneak peek of how much the sides are going to be, even though you're dropping them tomorrow?
Oh yeah, what
Um,
my plan is to, like, I'm gonna have half pan. I'm gonna do half pan sides, and outside of the macaroni and cheese, all of my sides will be $40. Each pan will feed between 15 and 18 people, depending on how heavy your family are as far as eaters. Heavy eaters, big scoops or small scoops, or if you're feeding a lot of children. So it kind of depends. You might even get more than 18 servings out of it. So those will be $40, and then the macaroni and cheese will be 50. Meats will be $50 per pan, and they're going to feed 10 people for each of those different pans of meat. The chicken, and I'm going to do some beef meatballs as well. A couple varieties of those, just to get away from the traditional. Some people don't like turkey and ham. That's another reason why I'm not offering it, giving some people some additional options.
yes, yes. Sometimes you get tired of turkey and ham.
Yeah,
Because you have turkey Thanksgiving, and then a few weeks later you turn around and have it in December. It's like it's too much. That's
yeah,
just me. This is me, but I get it. I get it. So just to be able to provide an option. So we have macaroni and cheese. Did you mention dressing? Are you doing dressing
I
as
am
a
doing
side?
dressing. I'm doing some greens. I don't even remember my full menu right now, but I think I'm doing
Okay.
about 8 different side options and 3 desserts and 4 meat options.
Oh, so that banana pudding that you were speaking of earlier, we can order that as a side for a dessert for Thanksgiving. Is that right?
Yeah, the dessert, the banana pudding and the peach cobbler and sweet potato pie will be the desserts that I'm offering.
Okay. Okay. Now I remember I can't remember exactly where I met you the first time because I know we've crossed paths a few times at different events,
Mhm.
but that peach cobbler, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I want to say, was it? I feel like I was at Rose State. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. I think at the Modern Manhood event.
Probably, probably so. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. But honey, that peach cobbler is so good. So, hey, anybody, y'all need some sides, desserts, or whatever for your Thanksgiving meal? You need to go ahead and call Miss Brooks up and well, her menu drops tomorrow, so allow her time to do that,
Mhm.
and then get your order in because before we know it, Thanksgiving will be here. What we have about 2 weeks?
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
setting it up in a way to where I can offer afterpay. Because I know what it is right now. Everybody is kind of getting back on track. The shutdown just ended, so to give that option, that was the main thing that I wanted to make sure I could offer is afterpay with Thanksgiving.
that's nice. I like that. I think that's a wonderful. And listen, I love Afterpay. My sister turned me on to Afterpay, but Afterpay that really does help, especially when you're in a certain situation and you don't have it all at the moment, but you
Hmm.
still want to be able to provide. So, I hope that you're able to get that service on there as quick as possible, so that people can definitely take advantage of that perk from ordering from you. Now, with your website, you mentioned a website. What is your website?
It's loveontheplateok.com.
Okay, just like it says,
Just
love
like
on the
it
plate.
says.
Okay, doc. She said, "I'll make it real simple. We don't have to. We don't have to try to figure it out." So love on the plate. Okay.com, and then also, is that your social media? Are you on Facebook and what
Yeah,
social media
Facebook
account?
and Instagram both. You can be I can be found at Love on the Plate. Okay, I mean it's for Oklahoma, not like it's okay. Obviously, it's better than okay in my opinion, but it's for Oklahoma because there's a lot of I love on the plates around the country. Actually, it's already been
Really?
trademarked. Yeah, it's been trademarked, a long time ago, and actually by a company that doesn't even have anything to do with food.
Really? No. I feel like I want to ask, but something telling me don't ask what it has to do with. I feel like it may not be the right time or place to ask that
I
question.
think I looked it up last week, and I think it's like a part of a publishing company, something to do with publishing.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. Well, hey, love on the plate. Okay, is not trademarked. So if you ever want to get your stuff trademarked, is now is the time to but I think that's cool though. So just make sure you guys go and follow her on social media. Now I'm assuming your Facebook and your Instagram is Love on the Plate. Okay. Is that
Yes.
the handle? Okay. I just want to make sure I don't want to tell nobody the wrong stuff. Um, but yeah, so please go to her website. There are different options on there for meal prep and catering. I mean, you get the both of two worlds, however that you want to do it. So let me ask you a question. When they meal prep for, let's say, a week, roughly how much is that run? Is it based on what you order
No,
versus
right now, I mean, the goal is to always be affordable. So right now, it's $4 for 5 meals, so it's $9 a meal.
okay, okay.
So
Uh,
extremely affordable.
Yeah, that's definitely that's more from what I've been told. That's more affordable than that old good old McDonald's I was trying to eat.
Yeah,
So yes, and it's a home cooked meal where you can read the ingredients and know your calorie intake and all those wonderful things. So I like that. I like that. So what do you have in store? What's next? What's next in store for you?
uh, the biggest thing that I'm doing right now is my vision and mission to feed 500 people here in Oklahoma City. What I'm planning on, and I have a GoFundMe set up. So if anybody wants to still donate, I did meet my original goal yesterday. Because we had a $2,000 goal in order to feed 500 people. So we're gonna feed on the south side, east side, west side, and north side. 125 people each time, at least 125 people each time. And this Friday we're gonna start on the south side. I'm not for sure on a location yet. I should have a pretty secure location or secure location by tomorrow. I do know that on November 20th, I'll be on the east side at Prospect Baptist Church. So,
Okay.
as of right now, the best way to find out when we'll be doing these free meals is to follow my social media because that's
Okay.
where it's going to be posted. That's where it's going to be shared from. I do have TikTok too. You can find me on TikTok, Love Wanna Play. You'll see pictures of me, business and personal. So that's another way that you can find the information about what I have going on. I'm trying to be more active in the TikTok community.
I know that feeling.
So just
Okay.
letting everybody know kind of what I have going on. Yesterday I was on News 9 and with the feature that they did, they shared some of my story, my vision, and that's where a lot of those donations that came in. My
Uh-huh.
friends had already started donating. So we were at about a third of the goal before the news broadcast, and now we've surpassed the goal. So we're going to be able to feed even more than 500 people. Once we're about $200 away from being able to feed a whole another 125. So we're going to start feeding people into December too, November and December.
Awesome. I love that. Listen. You almost have my cheeks hurting from smiling so much. But that is amazing. That is so amazing. You never know when you pitch your I don't want to say pitch, but when you give your vision of what you want to do and how the community will support you in your efforts. So kudos to the news and anyone that was able to make a donation. And are donations still being accepted even though you've reached your goal?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the more we receive, the more people will be able to feed. I probably don't plan on ever closing the GoFundMe down at this point because I know there is going to be a continuous need for people to eat. There's always a need for someone that needs a meal. And it's
Right.
not just at major holidays. I specifically don't plan on feeding anybody or doing anything for major holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's the season of giving. People always are willing to give during that time. But these 3 weeks leading up to Thanksgiving is where I feel there's a need that Love on a Plate can jump in and help.
Deep in. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I love that. And now you said Friday. Did you say Friday or Saturday?
This Friday,
November.
November 14th, we're at 4 p.m.
Okay, so this Friday, November 14th, and it's going to be on the south side,
We're
and
going
you'll
to
let
be on
us
the
know.
south side.
Okay. Okay, and then on next week is Prospect Baptist Church,
Right. For
and that's
sure,
on the
November 20th, 4 p.m., we have confirmed for Prospect Baptist Church.
okay. Okay. So Prospect now are there any type of registration or reservations or anything like that that they need to do for any
No,
of the events? Okay.
nothing at all. I'm not asking for any registration. You don't have to bring your SNAP card. I don't care your financial status. I just need you to be hungry when you come to get a plate, or to know that you're going to get an appetite later, because don't waste any food that could go to somebody and benefit someone else. That's the only
Mhm.
thing that I ask, is make sure that you eat it. Don't waste it. It's going to be
Don't
good.
waste. I know that's right. Don't waste it. Look, food too high to even be trying to waste anything. I love that. So we have to follow your social media to get the address and location, because you said you're going to do two more after the south side, and then the east side. You
Right.
say you're going to have some more that's going to go all the way into
And um, so
December.
I'm doing November 17th will be the north side. I don't have a location for that yet either. So tomorrow, I've already reached out to some people, so we're trying to find location. So if somebody knows a location, they can reach out to me at lovewannaplayok@gmail.com, or reach out to me on social media. My phone number is available there. Anywhere, just find me and reach out to me if you know that there's a location, or if you want to volunteer your time to help come serve. You can come help and do crowd control, help clean up, whatever. If you just want to come volunteer and say hi to people, you want to come give hugs, or just come give encouragement, whatever you want to do. If you feel like this is a season that you want to give in and you haven't found the space or place, you can come join Love on a Plate and on any of our days and give back. So we're going to do November 14th, 17th, and 20th at 4 p.m. So far are all confirmed dates.
Okay. Perfect. Now, she's asking for a location. So event centers, or I'm guessing churches. I mean, or any kind of place is community
Right.
centers.
Community centers, anywhere. My goal is to find places um, where it's easily accessible for people to walk. Because what I see that there's a need for is the food banks and things have been giving food away. But for the people that don't have transportation to get there, how have they been eating?
Mm,
So I want to set up in the middle of neighborhoods where people can come and walk and get a plate, or you can drive too. So I need a location, preferably that has some access where people can park and get out of their vehicles and get in line and grab a plate, and then also people can walk. So if you think about
okay.
where Prospect Baptist Church is, right there off of Martin Luther King and 28th, it's right centrally located in the neighborhood. It has a good amount of parking space, and people can walk there pretty easily without, going through like major highways or anything like that. So
Right.
if somebody has a location that kind of makes sense for that, I'd love to bring my food there.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So I hope that someone that owns any of these event centers or churches would like to open their doors and support this cause. Um, and it's not, I mean, it's not costing anything to the event coordinator or owner, whoever owns that, because she's pretty much doing all of the the hard part, and then asking for volunteers to come and support. And whether you want to clean up, crowd control, however that you want to do it, or serve, I think this is amazing. So make sure that you guys reach out to her. Tell them again where they can find you on social media and your website.
It's www.lovewannaplayok.com. That's my website. There's a contact form on there as well. So if that's the easiest to remember, you can go there, fill out the contact form, and just put in the comments that, hey, I want to volunteer. I'll reach back out to you. That's lovewannaplayok.com. Or social media, Facebook and Instagram in particular would be Love Wanna Play OK. So you'll find me, pictures of me, pictures of food. You'll see my logo, which is black, purple, and gold. Or you can find me on TikTok, Love on a Plate. There's no OK on the TikTok, just Love on a Plate, and you'll see a picture of me there with on, and on my page you'll see pictures of food and pictures of me. So if you're looking hard enough, you'll find me.
You'll find like you'll find me. One more thing with the GoFundMe, or the way to do the donations. Is that on your website? where they
The
can
GoFundMe is not on my website. It is
click that?
on my Instagram in my bio and on my Facebook in the different posts.
Okay. Okay, so we just got to go there and click that link, and then it will direct you to where you're able to give. Okay,
Right. And some
awesome.
people, if they don't want to give a GoFundMe and want to give another way, just reach out to me. Some people may want to give a gift card, or they can even send Cash App. I have Venmo, PayPal. If you want to give a donation, don't stop because you don't want to give it through GoFundMe. There's a way. I'll find a way. Even if you want to give cash, we take gift cards. Every single penny that's been donated will go to feed someone. On the news, they announced that we were looking for donations for drinks or desserts. So if someone wants to donate any type of drink or dessert, that leaves more money for me to buy food. So that allows me to feed more people.
Awesome. That is a great point. Okay. So I need to make sure that I donate some black tea lemonades. And then just I can just give them gallons, and you'll be able to serve them however that you feel fit. Awesome. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. So make sure you go and follow her and support the cause. Continue to support the community. I know that this time feels extremely awkward for a lot of people and have made people come out of their comfort zone. But I also do feel that it has humbled us to the point to where we need to be able to help each other.
Yeah.
Not just relying on a certain entity, but relying on if I need to help my neighbor, I can. We used to give, hey, you need a cup of sugar? Sure, you can have a cup of sugar. Being able to help our neighbors like we used to, and just being able to help the community. So kudos to you. I'm so excited for you and everything that you're doing. And if you need any meal prepping or catering services, please reach out to loveontheplateok.com, and she'll take care of all of your needs. She's already mentioned that gluten-free emphasis is coming out, gluten-free, guys. So if you want to make sure that you're only focused on that type of regimen, this is the place where you need to place your order. So thank you for coming on Share the Tea Tuesdays.
Thank
um,
you.
I hope to have you back again and sharing what else that you're doing in the community, and hopefully we can be able to help you in your efforts in the community. Definitely.
Thank you.
Now this is the weird part, guys. So usually, when I wrap it up, I'm supposed to play my music. I've never felt so weird in my entire life. Like everything is just gone. I don't understand. But anyways, I appreciate everyone tuning in to Share the Tea Tuesdays. Making sure that you come back and get information, because we are to educate anyone. That's what the T is standing for. Because we are being intentional, insightful, and impactful in everything that we do, because we share the tea. We don't spill it. And so if you want to join the podcast, you know where to reach me on social media at Share the Tea with V, or either just send me an email, which is sharethetewithv@gmail.com. See how simple that is? And until next time, you guys stay blessed. I appreciate you coming on again, and I'll make sure that I share your information on my platforms so that people can connect with you. All right, let me try to play one of these little music things. It's not it's not the same. It's not it's not the same. Give it that. What is that? Anyways, all right. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye.